So with single player for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, we really wanted to sort of innovate and push the boundaries that we've never done before on campaign. So not only innovative in terms of storytelling, but innovative in terms of gameplay. So that's where Strike Force really sort of came in. How can we change sort of that sort of linear structure that people are used to with Call of Duty and add things that are familiar, but yet different in terms of how they play the game? And that also gave us an opportunity to say, how do we actually play with that sort of narrative storyline that people always go, well, it's always the same. So it kind of gave us two sort of tools to play with. One, a different type of gameplay that's sort of sandbox based, but also this opportunity of you can win or you can lose, and depending on if you win or lose, what does that do to the rest of the game? So the way that those missions play out is you're offered those missions throughout the campaign. Depending if you win or lose at that mission, something will change within the story, something will change within the ending of the game based on your performance on those levels. So in the Strike Force levels, you have your group of soldiers that are with you. Each one of them is armed with a different set of armory. So someone has a sniper rifle, someone has a light machine gun, someone has an assault weapon. They all are loaded out with different sort of gear. In addition to that, you have the ability to sort of pinpoint and play whichever different character that you want. So as you go into Overwatch mode, you can then move. That's sort of like your RTS sort of visual overhead, where you can kind of see the map, see the enemy movements, see the movements that your squad is doing, and then basically pinpoint which character you want to play, and then zoom down and play as that character. You can move throughout the mission. You can do the entire actual mission in Overwatch mode. You can do the entire mission in first-person mode, controlling just that one character if you wanted to. So as you move through the map, different things will be deployed to you by your force. There's quadrotor drones, which are the four-flying vehicles. There's claws, which are the quadrupeds, and then there's these autonomous drones, which basically are the different ones that move throughout the map. You can control all of those. So you and the enemies both have that type of weaponry that's there, so they may have different things coming at you, so you want to play strategically as to how you want to take those out. And so not all the missions are going to be the same, some will be somewhat different, but how you play them will always be different. You will play it differently than anyone else will. The way the levels sort of play out, they are not with your core squad. So you're not playing Mason Jr. or Harper or Woods, Hudson, or any of those guys in those missions. It's a different unit. And their role is on a sort of alternate sort of storyline than what you're doing. So their events and those key objectives that they are doing sort of change the geopolitical environment of the game. So it's not that there's their direct impact really impacts the geopolitical environment, what's happening in the game, not necessarily the storyline of what your main characters are doing.